Number one, remove liquid calories. So you're about to go in a deficit, or you've already been in a deficit, and that first deficit that you did, you were probably starving a couple times. You probably watched a couple of videos in the past on how to feel more full during your deficit, but things happen. People fail. Even on my first deficit, absolutely messed it up, felt hungry majority of the time, and now you're looking to improve your chances of feeling more full next time round. Or you're about to go into that deficit and you want to maximize your chances of feeling full and not starve. Here's my rundown on how to maximize your chances of feeling full on that deficit. Number one, remove liquid calories. No shakes, no liquid drinks which have calories, so like the carbonated sugar drinks, soft drinks, or even just normal shakes. That post-workout shake that you make with the oatmeal, the banana, the peanut butter, the scoop of whey. No, make proper oatmeal, add the scoop of whey in there, then chop up the bananas and peanut butter. We're eating our food here, not drinking. This is because liquid calories won't keep you full. That's why on TikTok or any form of social media, you see all those hard gainers or tips for hard gainers, and they're always making a huge ass shake. It's always a shake. You might wonder why. It's because shakes don't keep you full. So that way people with little appetites can get extraordinary amount of calories very easily. A shake, just down it, done. 1,000, 2,000, your choice. Keep adding the ice cream and peanut butter. But yeah, so we're staying away from shakes. Number two, voluminous foods. We want to eat volumes. That way our stomach can be filled up with volume, which means number one, removing all the packaged foods, because usually packaged foods are quite calorie dense. For the amount of food that you're getting, they're packed with calories, which means if you have a sweet tooth, go for fruit. If you're feeling salty today, go for some salted nuts. They're definitely an amazing option. Don't go too heavy on those because they're pretty calorie dense. But another thing that you need to use, which will immensely help you, and that is plenty of veggies. And before you say veggies taste bad, so XYZ, veggies are bad, this vegetable tastes trash, this vegetable doesn't even taste like food. Well, obviously veggies are going to taste bad when you just boil them. Stop boiling your veggies, learn how to spice them up, watch some tutorials on how to use the air fryer. I'm telling you, texturize them. Usually by putting them in the air fryer, you can get that crunch so they taste amazing. Season them up, roast them, add some cheese on top. They will taste amazing. The more veggies you eat, the better for you, because they're more voluminous. And veggies are like barely any calories. They're like single digits. And another thing about volume is not only the food, but the way you cook. And this comes with experience over time, like watching videos as well as learning for yourself. But to make whatever you're eating more voluminous with the same amount of calories and ingredients and foods. The most common one is the voluminous oatmeal. So instead of making your regular oatmeal, as the video will show up here, some people, what they do is they add cauliflower rice, which you can't really taste in the oatmeal. And since cauliflower rice has so much less calories, you're able to eat the same amount for less. But that's a substitution trick. I'm talking about how to make this meal on its own more voluminous. And that's adding water, microwaving it, stirring it up, adding water, microwaving it, and repeating this process eventually expands your oatmeal. And tricks like that, especially ice, adding water, things like these can really increase the volume, so increase how much you're actually consuming without changing the calories, if you understand. Speaking of substitutes, like switching out portion of your oatmeal, it's like half of your oatmeal, for cauliflower rice, another one may be switching out your full cream milk, because you probably think, oh no, full cream milk, liquid calories, I gotta remove that. Yes, you do, but possibly instead of completely removing full cream milk, switching to something like unsweetened almond milk, which has like a fraction of the calories, like a full glass of, I'm pretty sure a full serving of full cream milk could be around 60, 80, I don't know, 100, I'm not sure, okay, for 250 mLs. Whereas almond milk usually has only like 17 calories, like it's a fraction, it's so tiny. But by substituting what you're eating, so for example, bananas, you like to eat bananas because it's a sweet and it tastes nice, but instead substituting that for strawberries, which are much lower in calories, You can eat the same quantity, so feel the same amount of fullness, but eat way less calories. That way, you're able to drop the cows while maintaining the food. That's what we want to do. Another option is fasting. And now before all of you guys leave the video, because fasting is too difficult, I've tried 1 or 2 days, it's impossible. Yes, initially that first week or that couple of days, maybe possibly even 2 weeks, will be a bit of a struggle. And that's because you're so used to eating at your specific times in the mornings or whenever it is. Well, if you prolong your fast, so you skip your breakfast, no doubt you're still going to feel hungry on the first few days because your body's not used to it. But if you give it time to adjust, trust me, this is going to be one of the most powerful strategies, because now you're giving yourself a shorter time frame to squeeze in more food, which means more fullness. So for example, if you're eating brekkie at 8 and then you're eating lunch at 12 and then a meal at 4, let's just say, well, if you were to delay your breakfast till 12 and then have your lunch at 4, you're effectively taking out 1 meal, which means you're taking out 1 meal of calories. There you go. Boom, deficit right there. But you got to make sure, since you're taking out a meal, you're going to take out the protein, the vitamins and minerals. So you got to readjust that somewhere into the other meals. But the excess calories that come, like the carbohydrates, which are just add-ons, you're taking away those, which helps in building that deficit. Now, like I mentioned before, it will take some time, possibly a week. But soon your body will realize that it needs to readjust its signals and start signaling that you're hungry at 12 instead of 8. Another thing is the sugar-frees. You know, you got your sugar-free sodas. Have them in moderation because the acidity is quite bad. They'll just decay your teeth. But they're pretty good because the sweetness, you know, gives you dopamine, makes you feel good, gives you some pleasure in the most blandest world when you're eating all miserable food, not able to eat your favorites. So that way, sugar-free drinks are an amazing option. Sugar-free gum to keep you chewing, to keep you full, obviously to trick your brain, but that's another good option. Also prevents you from going insane and ruining your mood. Options like sugar-free jello, popcorn, which are huge in volume, those type of things almost act like treats, but they're very good at keeping the cows low while adding volumes. And also using smaller bowls, taking your time with each bite and each meal, just to prolong the time you're eating. That way you can send the signal to your brain that you're full much quicker. Will all do a huge service to you in keeping you more full on that uphill battle or a calorie deficit. May the gains be with you, and see you in the next one.